Hey, what's up, YouTube? Back again. $1 million Bitcoin by 2026. In this video, I want to quickly discuss the potential of Bitcoin reaching $1 million and potentially beyond. There's obviously always many ways to approach this valuation. So what I want to do is just first, I want to show you the 25 most valuable assets ranked by market cap to help give us some more perspective here. So what this is the 25 most valuable assets ranked by market cap. It's got it listed by precious metals, public companies, ETFs, and cryptocurrencies. If we zoom in a little bit here, as you can see, Bitcoin, of course, is the only cryptocurrency that's made it up in the top 25 here. And as you can see right here, what we have listed is the market caps of all of these assets, at least updated to January 2023. And as you can see right here, gold is the number one with a little bit over $12 trillion in market cap. Bitcoin's currently sitting at 412. Now, as of this data being taken, it's actually currently, as of today, November 12th, 2023, it's closer a little bit to like 700 billion. So it's creeping back on up there, getting a little closer to breaking a trillion again. Bitcoin supply only needs to double gold's market cap to reach $1 million per coin. Now, does that sound absurd? Maybe so. Sounds like, whoa, that's a lot of money. Well, let's check out all of the world's wealth just to help give us some more perspective on what that would take. So this chart right here is the total wealth by country. Now, it was taken in 2019, so bear with me here. But what that only tells us is that over these last 4 years, it has only grown exponentially because of all the money printing and all the quantitative easing that has occurred within these last 3 to 4 years. So what I want to show you here is just kind of a breakdown of each country's total wealth. And it does have it broke down in trillions here. As you can see from the United States, it's 105 trillion. China, 63 trillion. Japan is 24 trillion. So you can just kind of get an idea of how many trillions of fiat currency are just out there in the whole world. Now, going through this same website here on the same page, I highlighted here in 2019, the total world wealth grew by $9 trillion in 1 year to $360.6 trillion, which amounts to a 2.6 increase over the previous year, roughly about inflation amount, it looks like. But they're just printing that money and everything like that. The money's just increasing. The fiat value, the U.S. dollar is losing all of its value in relation to Bitcoin, as well as everything else. So really this video is discussing about how Bitcoin is going to raise in value against every other asset in the world. So let's review this short clip of Anthony Pompliano and Greg Foss that I have ready here discussing global asset valuation and the potential market share of Bitcoin in the future.
And so firstly, I'll detail how, or not detail, it'll be a quick explanation of how I get to my $2,000, $2 million or greater per coin. Very simply, today, total global financial assets in the world today are over US $900 trillion. Now that includes all equities, all debt, all currency, all fine art, all gold, 900 trillion US dollars, all real estate. Sorry, I forgot to mention real estate globally. I think that Bitcoin has a chance of becoming the global reserve asset of the world. Why? Because I think oil and natural gas will shortly, and when I say shortly, within the next 10 years, become priced in Bitcoin. Why is that? Well, I'm an engineer. The rule of conservation of energy, you've certainly heard Michael Saylor say that. Oil and natural gas, if you're Russia, do you actually want to sell your valuable natural resources for this thing called a US dollar, which is a programmed to debase fiat currency? Or do you want to hold US treasuries, which is a fiat contract that's also programmed to debase? Or would you like to sell your natural resource energy for Bitcoin, which is digital energy? I think yes. I think over time there will be enough people or nations that want to price Bitcoin or energy in Bitcoin. When that happens, that becomes the reserve asset of the world. So what percentage of the reserve asset does it make sense that $900 trillion could capture? Would it be 5%? I think that's pretty low, but let's assume it's 5% of 900 trillion US dollars. 5% of 900 trillion is $45 trillion. 45 trillion divided by 21 million Bitcoin, that's over $2 million of Bitcoin. Okay, it's that simple. Now, could it go higher than 2 million? Abso-friggin-lutely. Okay.
So one thing I want to point on is the fact of the 21 million. Bitcoin's fixed supply is a mathematical certainty. There will only ever be 21 million that will ever exist. And that is now even less, as it's estimated to only be about roughly 14 to 18 million Bitcoin left to be traded due to lost coins over time. That's from people losing their seed phrases, their FTX collapses, people just losing their phrases, people losing their hardware wallets, their computers over time. I mean, people back in the early 2010s when Bitcoin was just first getting started, people had thousands and hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin that they just lost on their computers. So that every Bitcoin that's been lost has just contributed to the value of future Bitcoin and your Bitcoin that you have. So to understand the value of Bitcoin, you must understand the true value of scarcity. And it truly is infinity divided by 21 million. The last bull run, Bitcoin's market cap hit over $1 trillion US dollars. Could we potentially reach 10 to 20 trillion market cap on Bitcoin in this next bull cycle? Let's review the Bitcoin stock to flow chart, which has a 90 to 95% correlation, if you didn't know. But as you can see here, this is the most up-to-date stock to flow chart for Bitcoin. It goes all the way back to 2010. And what it is this is the stock to flow line, this yellow line here. And what it shows Bitcoin's estimated expected value based on its stock to flow. So how much there is Bitcoin already mined versus it's what's available and the price that it's being traded at. It states here Bitcoin is currently at 37,000 and some change. It states here that Bitcoin's normal value or a fair value would be $112,000 currently. So if you buy Bitcoin today at $37,000, you are getting a $70,000 discount on what your Bitcoin should be worth today. And if we look here a little further, if we go here to 2026, as you can see, here's 2025, here's 2026. We come up here and we see the potential possibility of Bitcoin hitting $1.25 million by 2026. Now, is this 100% certain? No, of course, nothing is certain. But, a 90 to 95% correlation. Do you want to fight the odds? It's up to you. And then to add on top of that, Bitcoin's ETF approvals that are potentially coming, the spot ETFs, will bring, pensions, retirement funds, and other institutions that will bring FOMO like we have never seen before. And this will be the next, the biggest bull run that I believe we have ever seen. It is not a matter of if Bitcoin will reach $1 million per coin, but rather when it will occur. Due to its unique scarcity, Bitcoin's price will continue to go up forever relative to everything else. There is no second best, and you will buy Bitcoin at the price you deserve, as we all do. So please, buy it today and start your DCA. Thank you for watching again, and if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. Please suggest here at the bottom if y'all have any ideas for some videos. Other than that, I'll be here next week and looking forward to talking with you.